Welcome back. We're still reviewing the Punch. Who's ready?
Yeah, so I have the police story. They said 10,000 police constables recruited last year by the Nigerian police force passed out of various police colleges on Thursday after training for 6 months. They said the new personnel will boost the Nigerian police capacity, and also they have been deployed to their states of origin for community policing. They also said that the police commanders, Auwal Muhammad, has tasked all of them to adhere to professionalism, fairness and friendliness in discharge of their duties. They said they've also instilled the necessary orientation for them to effectively address complex security challenges. I hope they will not be asking for money. Then they also said that at the end he was like the annual recruitment of 30,000 police, because that was what the president proposed, that 30,000 police constables over the next few years is expected to strengthen our internal security, enhance police performance, and promote optimal police service delivery nationwide. So they're expecting that there will be more people every year. They're going to be employing like 30,000 every time and bringing them to the force. So let's hope that the country will keep being secured with this.
Amen. They will employ them, they'll train them, and equip them. Yeah.
So President Bola Tinubu on Thursday assured the Nigerian Armed Forces that his administration would never compromise on the welfare of the troops. He promised that he would continue to provide whatever was needed to ease the job of the troops, as well as commit more resources to improve their welfare. He spoke at the inauguration of the Bola Tinubu barracks in Abuja, where he also commended them for all that they are doing, telling them and acknowledging the fact that they are heroes and thanking them for doing so well for the nation. He also promised them that their welfare cannot and will never be compromised. In his speech, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, lamented that over 40% of the Nigerian Army are still without accommodation. Even though what has happened is huge, when it comes to the scale of deficit of accommodation issues within the Nigerian Army, they feel that this is just a drop in the ocean, and they believe that this is just the first phase of dealing with the accommodation issues within the Nigerian Army, that they'll still pull out the second phase and the third phase moving forward.
Okay. So the National Association of Telecommunications Subscribers said they will engage the Nigerian Communications Commission today, seeking a possible reversal of the 50% telecom tariff hike to 10%, as the Nigerian Labour Congress is ready for protests to that effect. So the federal government had approved 50% increase after the operators initially requested for 100% adjustment. And they are saying that if the talks they are supposed to have today, if it fails, then likely there will be a lawsuit. They are also calling that Nigerians find a way to boycott using their services. But the NATCOM's president, Adhere said that going to court is the civil way of doing things. You cannot boycott telecom services. That's a private business, and it will also send a wrong message to investors who are coming in to the country. We know the president is going around saying how they can bring, investment into the country. If they realize that if anything goes wrong, the people will be ordered to boycott services, it will discourage them from coming. But if they want to, take their grievances to the court, that's the best way to handle the business. And
even the court is still going to discourage some investors. I think we should be factual.
Yeah.
2013, the last upgrade, this last increment they've had as businesses. Do we want to see them in business, or
exactly? Do we want them to fail and pack up? Yeah, it's been
so if the government wants to even take
and they actually
like
asked for 100%, but finally they were giving approval for 50%. Let's move on now to the Daily Sun. Major headline: Minister indicts security operatives at checkpoints. Laments extortions at roadblocks. Says truck drivers pay 1.2 million bribes across 700 checkpoints. Food security: Nigerians' rights not privilege. Abbas: over 60% of our land degraded, says Sangai Farms founder. We are facing harder times. Workers cry out over ravages of inflation on new minimum wage. 2027, Shetima, Abdusalami, Atiku, Obi, INEC for electoral reforms confab. All exams in Nigeria will be 100% CBT by 2027. This according to the minister. Anambra APC fixes governorship primary for March 29th. Murder: appeal court upholds death sentence on Adedoyin. What stories we have in
Speaker of the House of Representatives was at an event, the 22nd annual Daily Trust Dialogue, and the theme of the event was food security, availability, or affordability. And he said that Nigerians have a right to food security. It is not a privilege that they should have. He lamented that Nigerians are facing high rates of malnutrition, particularly the children. He talked about the National Assembly being positioned to ensure food availability and affordability in Nigeria in line with the renewed hope agenda of the president. He said that they will be ready anytime to, enact policies that support farmers with subsidies, access to credit, modern farming techniques and inputs. And they also aim to develop legislation to promote digital innovation, data protection, e-commerce, while enhancing Nigerians' exports potential and reducing dependency through unnecessary imports. I think that, they should just focus on this particular last part I talk about, because I think from there they can effect any change. And also, if they are privileged, most of these lawmakers are privileged, as opposed to buying expensive cars, why not buy more innovative machineries and invest in farming? The more farms we have, the more food we have, the more food storage facilities we build, the more secure
it also boosts the economy actually. Okay, so I have the CBT story about the school. They said the federal government has directed the public examination bodies to henceforth inscribe 3 identifiers, namely that's the NIN, it must be on your date of birth, and your photograph will be embossed on each certificate of every applicant. This is in a way that that they were trying to make sure that that certificate belongs to the person, because the picture will be there. Because I remember when I was in secondary school, a lot of people came in using other people's results. Faces. But now, but now it's going to be changed. So they also said that that the quality of the examination, according to the minister, that's the Alausa, he said malpractice, while also urging members of the committee to come up with strategies to tackle the menace, especially elimination of the examination leakages causing national embarrassment. That's to say that that they organize the committee to take part, that they should make sure they look into the fact that, of course, when it comes to even invigilating, because some of the supervisors, when they are invigilating, they also, do exam malpractices, so they are going to curb that as well. And again, most of the exams are going to be computer-based. So they will soon stop all those manual, and everything. So that we should look forward to something like that happening very soon. But that by 2027, it will fully be effective.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so the good news for Anambra State, the All Progressive APC has released the schedule for its off-cycle Anambra State governorship election, fixing March 29 for its primary. The resolution was taken after a marathon meeting with the National Working Committee, NWC. According to the approved schedule, aspirants will pay 50 million to purchase the expression of interest and nomination forms. Women, female aspirants, and persons living with disability would have the forms for free. And then youths between the ages of 25 to 40 would have to pay 50% of the actual sum. So they will have that discount. They also stated that for you to qualify, you should have been part of the party for at least 3 months. And the sale of the nomination forms will resume on Monday, February 10th, and end on Tuesday, February 25th.
Okay, I think our final paper for today, Vanguard. Inflation will fall, economy to grow by 4.1% this year. This is according to the CBN. Job temporarily blocks Trump's order to end birthright citizenship. Military's welfare are priority. This is according to our president. Telcom's tariff will be reviewed periodically by Edu. How poor research funding stifles national development. Minister orders deployment of passport printers in U.S. consulates, and police rescue AIG Odumosu's wife, kill 2 kidnappers. Which story are we taking?
That's a good one. The operatives of the Auwal State Police Command yesterday raided the kidnappers then. So the former Commissioner of Police for Lagos and AIG, he retired as an AIG, Akim Odumosu, his wife was kidnapped in Ogun State as she was in front of her house. And the police went into operation immediately, and Nigerian police can work if they intend to.
If they want to work.
The 2 kidnappers found that they then were shot, they were killed, and they rescued the wife of the victim. They had initially demanded a 10 million ransom, and all of that was recovered. The AK-47 rifles, 4 AK-47 rifles, and 3 locally made single-barrel rifles. Ammunitions of various caliber were recovered at the creek where she was kidnapped. So,
yeah.
Great one.
Amazing. Thank you, ladies. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. When we come back, we move on to our hot topics. Stay with us.